good inkling of what you can see here.
What is that? He points at the weird robot thing in the middle of the room.
She kind of tries to wriggle her way through the whole lot of debris lying around. I don't.
Boy, you coming? Good.
She approaches it, and it suddenly whirs to life. This
Do not like this.
Robot head on a fucking body that's just on a wheel, and it goes, "Hello, welcome to Happy Harlock's Edutainment Center."
Smike interposes himself between the robot and Carla.
Carla backs up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm scared. Hold me.
I am your friendly assistant bot.
What can you assist us with?
I will give you the best edutainment center experience.
He looks up at Carla. Why exactly are we here anyway?
Well, this building is shielded from Limbo's influence, and we can mobilize it. We can essentially, like, if we attach little psionic thingamajigs to the... God, what are they actually called? Load pillars, I guess? Load-bearing pillars of this building. We should be able to basically steer it like a ship through Limbo.
Ah, yes. Thingamajigs. I know them well.
Yeah. As your friendly helper droid, I must tell you to currently refrain from visiting the eastern wing.
So these, so excuse me, Mrs. Carola, but what was these things called again? That we need to find, because we can maybe ask that devil creature where they're located.
Oh, the load-bearing pillars?
Oh no, I thought it was like we were talking about something magical that needs to be put on.
Oh no, it's talking about like we're essentially trying to attach propellant to this building, so you just gotta get the most stable places there.
Oh yeah.
Want to make it a rocket ship?
Yeah, boy!
Now,
I can respect it.
If you pay attention, Flood was just jumping over the slime trail following Smeek. Just trying to get around.
Also, can I ask what exactly the brown lines are? Are those walls or counters or what?
Oh no, those are lines on the ground.
Ah, okay.
I thought it was like tracks that the robot only could follow.
Yeah, like as the robot moves around, it does seem to be more or less that. It only rolls around on the tracks.
Oh, but yeah,
like its wheel. They aren't really a significant groove in the floor. They seem to be just kind of painted on. But yeah, that's
Fucking bullshit ass Wally.
If you want to further investigate the lines, you can do that.
But you need to read between the lines.
Forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge, bro. Forbidden knowledge.
Oh no, these are lines.
What's so interesting about these lines?
Sure is old paint.
I asked Carla, do you have the thingamajigs, or do we need to find them too?
I was given them by my teacher, it's fine. Also, Valero, do you actually want to further look at those?
No, I was asking Saxos.
Okay.
Sorry, Sasus.
Sorry?
If you look at your nameplate, Sasus.
No, it's Saxos.
Please do not approach the eastern wing. We currently need to recapture the enormous lad.
What's the enormous lad?
Sounds like a big boy.
The enormous lad is a very big boy. You get the impression some of these were forced in, basically.
Is this where we need to go? Carla?
If you wish to look
think.
at the fucking thing, whatever, I'm just a robot man, I don't know.
Hey,
If
buddy,
you wish
that's
to
fair.
ex-
Also, you're
Why,
still a
ask Carla.
demon creature that have now attained that has now obtained sentience. I do not like these.
Carla? Is that the wing
yep.
we need to get to?
The Eastern Wing?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at the... She gets like a paper thing, and she has a pamphlet that basically has a map of the whole thing in it. So she pulls out a pamphlet of the building you're in. And she's like, at some point we probably should. We could wait until later
Yes.
to get there.
Oh,
What
yeah,
are you doing to haul in this big boy?
To obtain the big boy, he must first be found.
Do you have people
wait,
working on that, or are you alone here?
I am currently the only active droid.
So, what are you doing to get in the big boy?
More information need not be disclosed.
How long has
I-
the big boy been out?
More information need not be disclosed.
But
I think he's embarrassed.
This thing is useless.
well,
I apologize for the inconvenience.
No,
for-
you don't get to
If
excuse.
you wish, for the what? You can ask for store credit at our gift shop.
Is there a way to turn this thing off? It's
Smike,
on off
Smike
button here.
Smike
thing-
wordlessly reaches into his stomach and holds out a stack of dynamite to Foletto. I found this turns pretty much anything off.
As much as I respect that, this thing might be useful, just not right now.
Fair enough, and swallows the dynamite again.
excuse
Only
me,
the
Mrs.
good people at Happy Harlock Incorporated are allowed to tinker with my machinations. Please keep your hands to yourself.
He only had a wheel, right?
Yeah.
Can I try to just push him over?
Okay.
Why are you bullying the robot?
Why not bully the robot?
Do I just do fisticuffs, or should I just
Yeah, it
roll
would
a
be fisticuffs
normal 100?
probably. With the 98 approach, a decisive thing here. Like it's this robot, while it only has a wheel to roll around on, it does have a balance sensor, and it uses that to regulate itself. It was probably pushed around a little bit by kids, you know, because if you have kids and a robot in a room, they're gonna try to push the robot.
It's like
you're a
that.
lot stronger than the average kid, though. So you just kind of give it a good shove, and in trying to compensate, it just kind of as around and just kind of slams against the wall actually, and falls over. I'm just gonna roll a flat dice for something to happen at this point. Boobity babby
If
boop.
you trigger the alarms, I'm going to be pissed.
Great, Foletto blows up a ship.
I
Rocks
thought
fall
maybe it gets power from the line or something, I don't know.
Foletto blows up our ship!
What
Oh,
ship?
no. I'm. I did not expect that. And I will probably have to oblige with that. Hold on. Oh, man. That's not how things were
Sequence
supposed to go.
engaged.
I guess I gotta just change it to this music a little bit prematurely. Is it working?
I can't hear Squab. Oh, there it is.
The thing just falls over on its side, It has like a door on its chest. I want to move a little bit into the light. It does have the door on its chest because you know where all the robot parts are. Except it just flies open, and just a whole bunch of human entrails roll out of it.
I guess that's why it's closed now.
Oh boy.
It is like this thing is lying on the floor.
Boy.
Someone's growing puddle of blood.
Oh boy.
I'll tell you this for free at that point. Blood dries brown.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh.
Smake?
Carla,
Smake?
do you have some medical training?
You.
I don't think I have enough medical training for that.
Smake?
Yes.
Please, take out the dynamite.
Wait, are we just taking this as an advantage to get rid of the evidence?
No, this thing has murdered these people, I assume.
The robot very slowly tries standing back up.
Fleta will try to hold him down.
As Mike holds him down also, and leans over his face. Did you kill these people?
No, I have not. Please do not detain me from my work.
Why are these people in you?
The robot seems like doesn't quite answer. Like it doesn't really have a pre-programmed response for that.
But it did have a pre-programmed protocol to go, I did not kill them, which is
No, it said please. Oh yeah. I guess like it is just taking a little bit to reply, and it just kind of goes, does not compute.
Fleta punches him. He hurts his hand.
420, dog.
This is
That's
metal.
the weed number. It also sucks. Yeah, you sure punch this robot in the solid iron face.
Sure, use some tools. Forgot. Sorry.
Why don't we just let it go and see where it goes?
I do not trust it.
Yeah, me neither. Nothing that has so many guts spilling out and can still talk can be trusted.
Mrs. Carla, can I ask you a question or two?
Yeah?
I mean, I think we're both pretty shaken by this, but I have a question. Do you know if this place always has been automatized, or there have always been, like, human workers here?
It was a research station at some point. There were researchers.
Okay.
They added the robots as guides for when it became an entertainment center, from what I know.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to bother with the tourists. Because
why did it close?
Why did it what?
Why did the funhouse close?
I mean, from what I knew, it ran out of budget. Like, it wasn't a successful business.
No other reports?
Well, no. I didn't really hear anything from it.
Looks like there's been some vicious downsizing.
Paige, can you try to cut off the wheel?
You do at this point notice with like the guts aren't entirely spilling out. Like organs and shit are kind of stuck in there, and the more you look at it, there should be mechanical parts in this robot. There aren't.
Oh boy.
Smike checks the head part for like any kind of locking or fastening mechanism.
You know what? Sorry, go.
Filet or Paige, question. Can you look at the bottom of that thing? Is it leaking maybe? Maybe it's dripping blood and then moving forwards and backwards that made this trail.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna tell you that for free at this point. It's you see some blood trails that would like drip out of some of the robot bits onto the wheel, and that's how it colored the lines, because like its paths are pre-programmed, but there weren't originally lines. It just painted those itself in blood.
I'm looking for any kind of way to remove either the head or what I suspect to be a helmet.
And after he's done, I want to do a thing.
Roll for it.
Shall I roll demolitions for that?
No, you're not blowing anything up.
Fair. So just the D100?
Yeah. You're not that great. Like, this is way more advanced technology than anything you've probably seen in your life. Like, robots aren't really that much of a thing in your day-to-day.
This thing is way more advanced than any of our drill machines.
Okay.
And, I gotta say, this is probably actually one of the most advanced places in the setting. Like, this was a real high-end research center that was turned into an entertainment thing. You can't quite get the hang of it.
Quick question. Would it be possible for me to use forbidden knowledge to maybe see if there was some magic involved in making this blood circuitry or meat circuitry?
Yeah,
meat circuitry.
I feel like this would be some pretty forbidden knowledge shit.
Very forbidden.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my questions. So does it look like it would just put in there, or does it seem to be part of the robot?
Also, that's a level up for Zaxos.
Yeah, that's a level up for your forbidden knowledge skill. You gain 1 ability point for that. You were on the roll 2d100, and you gain 2 health.
Yay.
You'll need it. It is... First answer concerning the forbidden knowledge. You get the impression that these bits are, like, the flesh in there is supremely cursed. There is some strange magic that you yourself aren't familiar with. The best kind of magic, really, and typically the most forbidden. Emanating from it.
Super cursed.
Seems to somehow bind it to life.
Saxos goes, okay, let me see, just looking at this inside of rope.
In a kind of bid to live, it would seem the flesh just sort of combined with the robot to become, a creature. You can also, looking more into it, it's more than just organs. There's muscle, some bones. Bit by bit, you can find pretty much an entire corpse.
Can I quickly ask a question? Would you say this would be of maybe something that got its outside turned into a robot, or something that was maybe built around the corpse? It's like a person turning into a robot, or a person getting built into a robot.
This more closer to the last one. The final thing I'm gonna give you for that is
you don't need to give me anymore.
It wasn't 84. This is like a really good roll, and I feel like what you can glean with that is it seemed like someone put a corpse into a robot with magic.
I look up at Carla. You're a scion, right?
Kind of.
Just real quick. Of that information, what does Saxos actually tell us? Like, how does he in character convey information?
Saxos looks at this. He gets progressively I would say a paler expression, but I mean, you can't really see shit about his face. But he does like, this is some deep magic shit. It's like somebody tried building a robot around that corpse, maybe to hide it, and making the meaty bits work as internal circuitry to maybe make people not look into it.
I asked Carla, can you maybe detect if that thing has a mind?
I'll try. This is not how I assumed this specific flavor of psionic mechanics would come into play. Because they are tonally very different from what's going on.
I would just add, as Kala moves up, Saxos kind of looks at her. It sounds like she's pretty nervous, and you just want to like pat her on one of the her legs and go, "You got this, buddy. I believe in you. You can make it through this. We all can."
Okay, the fun thing about Scions in Limbo specifically, they have their own brand of not quite magic. Because in Limbo, thought influences reality.
Nobody can hear you scream.
I mean, that depends. If you are convinced people can hear your scream, they can. Like, it's the sort of thing where if there's like a small meteor. I'm trying to get into things, but I acknowledge the joke. Like, you saw those small meteors on the PA screen. Those would realistically not have any noticeable gravitational field. But if you just jump on them and are convinced that that is down, you'll land on that and feel gravity like you're standing on a planet, then you will. Because your thoughts shape reality here.
The question, do I help by saying you can do this and believing in her?
Do you have... I mean...
I don't know.
I can just roll. I just want to... This isn't very much something you can help with a lot.
I know, I just want to make sure that she's doing fine, because this is some pretty fucking wild shit happening.
RP-wise, you do help to encourage her somewhat. She's concentrating. And I'm just giving some exposition because chaos magic, which is essentially what this is, has its own way of working. And it's based on the spell RPG system, where you generate random letters and turn them into magic spell.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah, right?
Did you buy spell too?
Nope.
I bought it.
I just hold on. So she has the aim of basically finding things out here, perhaps detecting a mind. Oh wow, that was just some low rolls. 10 letters. God,
to be fair, 10 letters is a pretty strong roll.
It's 4d6.
Ah, okay.
So
That's a low roll then.
Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 2. I was going to, like, you can also kind of do that if you wanna, like, if you 3 or 4d6, because anything beyond that is just not really that fun. Because you still gotta keep the train rolling. With that, hold on, let's see if I can... There's certainly just 2 vowels in there, huh? This is going to be a stretch. But, she is going to cast Pole to basically collect opinions from those around her and see if the thing has an opinion. It is the best thing I could really come up with. This wasn't a very good roll.
Boy, I hope you didn't pull something with that stretch.
Wow, really? Listen, Maggie, you work with what you got.
I know. I'm just busting your balls.
So, I'd say with that, she asks some arbitrary question. Let's just make it. Do you like dogs? I do.
Smike's answer of "they are very tasty" sticks in his throat.
I guess you don't have to answer if you don't want.
Oh, wait, I thought you were
The
asking
question
robots.
was asked into the room.
Well, no, it is a poll basically, and the way it works, anything that has an opinion is part of the poll,
Oh.
and sentient things part of having an opinion and all that. So the robot is part of it, turns out, because it does have a sort of mind. It gives a vaguely positive answer.
What does it say?
Yes, it does like dogs.
Well, damn. It has a mind. That means we can't just kill it.
So, what's going on here?
Speak for yourself, says Philetto.
What's going on here?
Philetto pulls out a knife. Being alive have never stopped me from killing someone before.
I don't know.
He asks the robots.
Let me ask the robot what's going on here. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Stop
You
the bullshit.
can ask for store credit at our...
He just kicks the robot.
Folletto, I don't think he can answer you.
Then how can he answer
think we
about
should just-
animals?
I think we should, because kids would ask about animals.
Please
What's shut up.
do
Just let
not
it go.
inflict any
Look.
more pain.
Look, the blood's got to be coming from somewhere, right?
Will you drop the bullshit?
Zaxos, what are you doing?
He heard that voice and now he's hiding in the rubble.
I say we
Okay,
say we jam his wheel and come back later.
I
say-
must find the enormous lad.
See? I say we let it go. It leads us to, well,
No,
whatever
don't
caused
fucking
all
did it.
this. And then I hit it with Dragon Slayer.
You
Page.
can see the western wing.
Would you lead us there?
It is to the west. First right down the right. You cannot miss it. I shall go to the east. Wait, other way around. You go to the east, it goes to the west. Whoops.
Didn't it tell us not to go to the eastern wing
Yeah,
under all circumstances?
Yeah, no, I fucked that one up. Huh? The east shore is to the right. You
Okay.
were, yeah, the to make it with arrows, because I'm not gonna fuck that one up. Hopefully, it wants you to go here and go to the eastern wing, while it goes to the western wing and sorts out stuff with the enormous lad.
I don't trust you. Tell us what is going on.
I don't think he can.
He is missing.
But what is this big, ginormous lad or whatever?
Guys, you're still streaming, right? Because it's...
Yeah, the stream sure is gone.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's still going.
Oh,
Wait,
what?
no. Wait.
Seems
Wait,
to still be going.
Yeah, seems it's going now.
It was. I earlier just kind of. I guess it cut out at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little hiccup.
Maybe it cut out when your computer crashed.
Yeah, I started off right after.
Yeah, never mind that. So,
Folletto, I think he has a limited capacity for, what's the fucking word?
Arguing?
No,
Explanation?
Dialogue.
Sapience?
Conversation.
Yeah, good enough. He has a limited capacity for sapience. I don't think he can flat out tell you what's going on.
Well, let's just let it go. We'll follow it wherever it goes, and we'll go next.
It
big
asks
line.
us to go the opposite direction.
Then we go
That's
the
as
opposite
good a
direction.
reason as any for me to follow it.
Yes,
The lines,
I agree.
The lines are connected. If we just keep going one way, we'll come back.
I don't want to leave this thing.
Why?
Yeah,
We're
We'll
not
find
letting
it
this
again.
thing go free.
You,
I vote for following it.
you get, yeah, you, I'm just gonna pretend like you aren't just super saying that out loud a whole lot in front of it.
No, I am.
But like, oh. I mean, honestly, there's not much it could do about it. Like, if it's going to get on its... Like, it's not going to get on its way with you here. Like, it's just straight up not going to leave. Until it thinks you're not gonna follow it.
Come on, let's just do the rest of the edutainment, whatever that is, and we'll find the robot in a minute.
Yeah.
Plus, maybe we can find a researcher guy or something.
Folletto, let us go, Folletto. We will not follow the robot, Folletto.
Fine.
Smike blinks. Winks. Like, he blinks at first and then goes, "What?" Winks. With every single word in that sentence.
I'm gonna keep an eye on you.
No, you won't. And he grabs Folletto and drags him along by his coat.
Come on, Zaz, we're going edutaining.
Wait, it did just go the other way around, so should we just... When are we turning around?
Smike keeps one eye on the robot, and when he goes around the corner, he turns around.
Yeah,
If it sees us again, it's just gonna stop.
That's why it's not gonna see us again.
I don't like our odds.
Out of character,
like-
you can go on wall on the roof, right? That would be a good thing to do when stalking the thing.
Yeah,
doesn't seem
but-
like it can look up.
Yeah, but does the roof have the protective seal on it, or is it hovering above?
No,
Because
the
then you would
protective-
just be
The protection thing is around the whole building.
good.
Do you want to wait here or follow us, Carla?
I'm not staying alone anywhere in this building.
That is
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
I mean, you are also supposed to be our guide, so
Yeah.
Okay, at the first opportunity,
which
I'm gonna-
also makes me think that's pretty weird. And then we are walking in front of our guide.
at
Hold
the
on, I was revealing areas, says the GM. Please.
I'm gonna try
Shit, that's fair.
Do not
scaling.
That
God.
and, you know, Carla was freaked out, so it would make sense if everyone else just started walking in front.
It's a dungeon. That means the heroes go first.
I'm gonna try scaling the ceiling.
Wait, what?
I guess, yeah, roll for sliminess.
Ooh.
Wait, what are you doing, Snake?
Yeah, that you level up your sliminess ability,
Getting a better vantage point.
and
What?
you are now on the ceiling, and yeah, as you do that, like you add your whole ability, cabal, you know how the thing is, and Carla goes, "That seems like a good idea, actually," and just kind of joins you.
Huh.
She is also, you know, has insect crawly capabilities. She might be huge, but she's still bug. So let me copy you onto the next map real quick, and
Wait, so is this just a thing everyone can do now? You know, because of mental, can just flat out try.
2 of your party members sure are just fucking bugs.
Yeah.
Hold on, Oh, yeah, totally.
But again, you did say that your mental thing
But not
affects...
here, not in this,
Oh,
not in this
okay.
place because it's shielded.
Okay.
I don't know. You can still use your chaos magic dealio, but that's not like you could potentially do that, but you need to roll a spell for it. And if you manage to do all of that and like get a spell done, then you know.
But that's real complicated.
Yeah, that's
it's a
more
whole
complicated in
process. They
Fuleto.
just get to.
Also, quick question about the ability points. Can I only use it to level up my climbing, or can I also use it to make a new ability based
You
off
can
what I did?
also use it to make those are the two options you have: make your climbing better or add a new level 1 ability.
I'm gonna just keep it for now and see later.
I don't know what other new level 1 ability that would be.
Climbing specifically on roofs.
Indoor climbing, I guess.
But why would that be better than just getting better climbing in general?
Usually abilities that are more specific have a higher chance of success when it comes to the roll DCs.
Yeah.
When they very specifically apply to the thing you're doing. So yeah, very technically, indoor climbing, if you're climbing indoors, would have a better chance of success than just climbing.
Could I leverage this into making a point of surveillance because I took this position to have a better vantage point to follow the robot?
A point of surveillance?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Like surveilling targets.
Oh, okay.
Shadowing.
I feel
Shadowing,
like
staking out, shit like that.
For some things. When it comes to something, first of all, I'm going to move you to the other map. I'm going to play the song that was supposed to be played here, which is going to be weird now because this sure was supposed to have like a lighter tone.
We fucked that right up.
Because I didn't expect to roll that natural 100 on the repercussions of punching the robot roll.
Fuleto bullied the robot.
You bullied the plot right out of the robot.
Also, maybe shadowing would be a better ability.
Hmm?
Yeah, it could be shadowing if you want to have a new level 1 ability.
Walking.
I'm just. So you are down here.
God.
Smeek and Carla go in front. We'll follow when you say it's when the coast is clear.
Thing is, this room does not have a very high ceiling. This is a basically. Have you ever been in like an indoor aquarium?
Yeah.
Wait, so is Carla just essentially just stubbing her head in the floor?
She's basically upside down crouching.
More or less, she's crouching to the ceiling, but when realizing that honestly she's not that much less visible, she at some point just kind of crawls across backwards and ends up behind you again.
Okay, Smeek, you can at least start going in front.
Real quick note, those behind you are basically empty tanks of where once were animals, probably, and the little boxes were. Have you ever been like in an aquarium that has those touch it yourself boxes where you just put your hands in blindly and like touch a surface?
Yeah.
And then this is what that would feel like. Ha 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 ha. That's what these little protrusions are.
Question: are there name tags for what should be in the tanks? Or the cages?
The name tags have they were probably stuck on at this point. You see some paper leftovers on there that looks like it was taken off by somebody, probably a rebellious teenager that was forced to go here.
So why are these just black?
Because there are no assets for anything I've described in Roll20, so I've just made it silhouettes. This room is also, like, if you've ever been in an indoor aquarium, you know things are fucking dingy and dark as fuck for literally no reason.
Yeah.
Or I guess to not scare the fishes.
Yeah, you know, they need to be in a natural environment.
Yeah. So this room, while it does not quite look like it, is also a little more into the dingy side. You put your hand in the touch box.
Can I use that ability point like right now, or do I have to wait until the end of the session?
You use that as soon as you make the roll.
All right.
Level up is instantaneous.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna while these chuckle fucks dig around, I'm gonna scout ahead and try to keep undetected by our abomination.
Yeah,
Paige is
Fledo
gonna
just
touch the
going to
exhibit.
hug the wall and follow slightly behind.
Paige does put the hand to the thing.
Yeah.
In the first box, no surprise, you encounter something you haven't really felt before ever, because you Paige. But also something the rest of the party probably hasn't felt before ever. And that specifically is a weird, like it feels your hand is suddenly covered in the opposite of moisture. It's not that it's dry, it's just that it's soaked in not moisture.
That is weird.
You now have an anti-moist hand. The next time you touch something that is moist, the anti-moisture leaks onto it and dries it.
So what happens if it touches
Saxos looks at Smeek.
Paige like rushes over and in order to touch the next exhibit with his other hand.
Don't run,
Maybe
kid. We need to be quiet.
Boy, please.
You rush over there, you get your hand somewhere in there, you feel like some leftovers of what was probably an exhibit at some point, but there's also just like a small container in there.
I'm gonna grab it.
You pull out a small container with 2 medicine pills. They heal you for 3 hit points.
Neat.
What do I see if I look around the corner?
Hold on, I'll just...
So Fledo is just going to hold the
best
nameplates are
dungeon
gone.
ever.
I'm holding Paige. Also, their nameplates are gone now. For Saxos and Paige.
Yeah.
I can still see mine.
Yes, you
I
can
think
see
you-
yourself.
I think you grabbed the wrong icons.
Yeah, I put those here from before. You keep all of your hit points and level points and stuff, but I guess these icons specifically don't have their thingies enabled.
Yeah, just
I'll have that taken care of in a bit. So, who do you need to see specifically? Zaxos and Paige?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can still see Falado and Smeek.
So I'm just holding Paige so he cannot run, but we'll just walk quietly to the next exhibit.
And I shall proceed
Like a
to
fussy
the
dad.
next corner.
Yeah.
And, God, so many things.
Let's use the non-anti-moisture hand to reach inside the next exhibit.
Hold on, I'll do the Falletto thing. Not Falletto, the Smike thing
Yeah.
first. You play the same game once more. Hold on. And you see that around the next corner, you basically probably get around this view of the situation. It seems to be another hallway with, thingies.
More touchy
ex-
stations.
Exhibits in each way, but this time these are less touchy stations, and these are more like pults with little plaques with images and text on them about what's inside of the things. And they're pretty large actually. And
All right. Can I? Sorry.
I'm gonna do the Page thing for now. I gotta switch back and forth here.
Yeah.
Paige, you reach in with your non-anti-moisture hand, which you realize is somewhat fortuitous because you touch a moist surface. A moist surface that reacts to being touched as it jolts around a little. And out of the teeny tiny container here jumps a larger than average frog.
Dried out frog now, I suppose.
No, he
Well,
didn't use the dryness.
Yeah, it is like it is. You would say a big frog, but it's not the you know, when there's like a D&D monster level of huge frog that eats people. Like
It is a big frog. It's not enormous.
It is not. It is just like a pretty big frog.
The size
That's
of
a
a
lot.
house cat.
That's
This
a
is
larger than average frog.
That's big.
This is the best dungeon ever.
And
Also,
Floyd
Ghost,
is still
don't
holds
forget
page.
to pull Carla along.
Oh yeah.
Paige
Yeah,
is
that's
gonna
why,
cradle his new frog.
That's
Yeah.
why Saxus is waiting. He wants
I completely.
points or
Yeah,
shit.
Take care of that frog now, kid.
I
Be
had
careful.
to.
Oh,
Heard a lot of players. Carla.
I love him.
Scarily. Very.
It's
Very
good.
scarily.
seeing Paige just have apparently got a new friend in the frog, Saxon starts violently sweating. Nobody can see this due to the various frog-eating snakes he's carrying around.
Okay, when you're done with the boys down there, I want to know if I can maybe hear the robot's wheel or the clanking of his open chest door.
You probably actually could with how you following somewhat closely. So I feel like you'd probably hear a little bit of wheel turning, and as it comes to this space specifically, you hear some crunching noises as it drives around.
Oh
Drives
dear.
over something seemingly. Roll me a just D100 to figure out what it is you're listening to right now, because these weird noises.
Nope.
Oh, you don't know.
Smike has no ears.
Snails don't have ears, idiot.
But no, I advance extra carefully. Spying around the next corner.
Hold on, down here. The frog just kind of looks up to Paige and at him. It has the whole full throat expansion.
Good frog. Your name is now Croaker.
Okay, trying to move the frog and not Paige. Okay, there we go.
But you know, as we're doing all of this, Snake would probably be moving
No.
faster.
I can't move this frog for the life of me. There we go.
So he should probably be more in focus right now.
Yeah, fair.
Lead the way.
Snake, you check around the corner again. Time for Polygon reveals ×2 electric boogaloo. I'm gonna say that goes up to here, here. And then the shift clicking thing is making this a whole fucking lot easier. You wouldn't even need to, like, because you are on the ceiling, I just realized.
Yeah.
These wouldn't actually restrict your vision at all. My bad.
Oh, I just assumed they went from floor to ceiling.
No, they have like plaques with text on them to look at if you're standing in front of the thing. So they really only go to like hip height of a person or chest height
gotcha.
in some cases. Like, you know, those exhibit things in front of. You've been to aquariums.
I've been. But yeah, the boot is my symbol for being on the ceiling.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna reveal a bit more of this general place then for your ceiling advantages. And you realize that a lot of the exhibit windows here are shattered, and
So
the floor is lined with shards of glass.
So
And-
that crunching was probably the glass.
Yeah, you figure that, yes.
I slime back a little bit and silently call, "Broken glass ahead."
Okay, we'll wait here. Scream or tell us when the coast is clear. We'll move a bit closer.
And then I advance through the corridor, not worrying about the broken glass because I'm on the ceiling.
Yeah. Also, doesn't Paige hold the frog?
Yeah, Paige.
Oh, did you actually just pick up the frog?
Yeah.
Okay, oh yeah, I missed that. Yeah, you pick up the frog. It doesn't fight you. It gives in to its fate.
I love you, Croaker.
As you make it to about there, you hear whirring noises again. Make me a D100 roll once more.
Let's see if I've gotten the wax out of my ears. Yeah.
Yeah, that works. You feel like the robot made around wherever it went, like made like a circle and is now slowly coming back.
Well, shit. Can I roll shadowing to hide behind one of the plinth?
Plinth? Yeah.
So if you
Podium.
just squatted on the roof, wouldn't it just kind of look like a bit of dirt was there?
I'm a huge fucking slug, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like you would have a better shot hiding at the roof than Carla specifically, because while you are very large compared to other slugs, Carla is just like 10 feet tall.
That is
You're
fair.
not.
And again, I assume that the robot can't actually look up. So if you just go a bit to the side and try to stay out of its peripheral vision.
Yeah, it is very much just forward facing. You probably have a really good shot at the ceiling. Like honestly,
Okay,
really.
then
you
I
do
shall.
realize though that the biggest problem would be if it made its way past you and around the corner.
Then I shall rush back and with the aim of alerting the others.
Which is bad because you're a very slow character.
You sure are.
Now, we never specified how fast I move.
But
Just
it is
because
your-
I'm a slug doesn't mean I'm slow.
It is specifically your flaw that you're. Wait, no, that's salt weakness now. Shit.
Exactly.
We changed that.
Exactly.
Ah.
And you approved it.
Yeah, I did. So yeah.
Because if you really think about it, a slug of this size would have the entire lower half of his body would be one big muscle.
I mean, it's so normal slug. The slugs are honestly. Yeah. If you
He's
think about-
coming!
Hmm.
Hide!
What?
Let's see. We'll go back. You continue forward.
Well, we'll see if he
I
turns
guess.
back around again.
Yeah. We need to go. Robot
Okay.
is coming back.
And then I'm gonna roll shadowing to hide on the ceiling.
Comp page.
Just fucking flatten myself against the ceiling.
Where are we going?
We're going back. Robot is
Come
coming.
on, Come on, Croker.
Roar.
Oh yeah, another upgrade!
Hold on, the frog comes with you. Yeah, sure fucking is.
New upgrade. Hiding in plain sight.
I'm gonna.
That's actually a really good idea for Leto.
No
Also
problem.
goes well with my every face.
Hold on. I'll probably just give it page not the fucking your theme at this point. We haven't got character themes yet. Seems like a good point.
So the music you put on for this is also suitably creepy in the setting.
It is.
It is both it is both whimsical and creepy depending on the context.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to visit a haunted edutainment center today, but this is.
I
But I am a fan.
Can you tell that I funneled experiences of mine into the creation of this?
Do you want to talk about this?
Also, I'm an idiot. I said my hard limit was 7 p.m. UTC. But
No, yeah,
tomorrow is a holiday.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can go
right.
forever.
Well, fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Anyway, snake theme should be this. I'll make it a bit quieter.
So essentially, we're just gone. You can just kind of ignore that we're on screen.
Yeah. I'm just gonna rule that as gone. The robot. Yeah, just kind of rolls.
Okay,
past
this
you.
is just a test roll. Okay, I did it right. Continue.
What is this? A new ability hiding in plain sight?
Yep.
Are you just never going to level up your abilities?
I'm hacking the system, bro.
Hack the planet.
Yeah, I'm honestly not even going to give it a roll to spot you because you sure just exploited one of its weaknesses, that is, it can't look up.
Okay, I'm gonna follow it.
It more or less, it doesn't really do much as it just comes around again. It realizes it was unsuccessful in spotting the enormous lad.
Does it like look damaged in any way, or more damaged than before?
It you notice that the bids are just kind of stuffed back in, and
Okay,
it's
so
closed once more. But you sure like he knocked it against the wall and it like got a little busted, but like it's not like it isn't. If it had for real hit points, those wouldn't be decreased. Let's go like that. It's just a little ruffled.
My main question was more aiming at did it get damaged somehow back there?
When you knocked it around?
No, where it came it came back from.
Nah. Real quick. Paige, give me a roll. D100.
A D100. Yes.
Yeah. Dude, this place is cool. You have a friend now. This is great.
This is the best dungeon ever.
I'm so sorry. I ate up all the good rolls.
You already forgot all about that nightmare fuel earlier. This is gonna be a good day.
10 out of 10. Great dungeon. Would explore again.
Everyone else is like, holy fuck! The page is like, I'm having fun, guys.
Okay, I again keep following the robot.
We go see the rest of the museum too.
Do you at any point tell your friends that it's going back around here? Like, give them a, or do you follow it?
I wanna scout more of the corridor, like see more of its structure to see how well we can evade the robot if needed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, unveil. Hold up. I'll throw on the old music again in a second. But this should work. Whatever. You get the impression that as the robot, like it rolls to another room, basically, where it goes in a full circle and comes back, and you would probably be able to hide behind these little things, these little looks here as it comes back and goes to the lower floor.
The lower corridor.
The lower corridor, yes. And as it is in the lower corridor, you could probably try to move across the glass somewhat silently to go back to the upper room. And
wait, why isn't he on the ceiling anymore?
No, I am scouting the corridor for ways that I can get you guys across.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't mean lower floor. Like I meant the lower corridor. But yeah, you feel like this is a hide here as the robot walks past you, and then once it walked past you, go up to the room, kind of situation.
Can I see the room too?
Yeah, I can give you that. Hold on, I'll just put on music again. Sneakery deakery. This is the big room. Uh,
Ooh, that is a big room.
yeah, this is
What's that thing in the middle?
a support pillar.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, so I'm not meaning to hack your stealth section here,
I made it a low stakes stealth section for a reason.
but
There's...
does the robot actually look like it can hurt us in any way?
No.
Okay, so then I'm gonna wait until it drives under me, and then I'm just gonna reach down and pick it up.
You reach down and pick it up, and it just goes, please move me back to the floor. Please move me back to the floor. Please move me back to the floor. Please move me back to
In
the
a moment. Hey guys! Coast is clear!
Oh, sweet!
Halfway. Yeah.
Come on,
You are
Crow.
Halfway
not
rushing.
meant to currently be in this wing of the building. Please. If
Don't
you
don't
look
worry,
at
Fred.
the-
We'll be
Gaming
gone in a
exhibits.
minute.
If you look at the western floor,
We'll go to the
Please.
western floor next.
maintenance has to currently be run in this floor, in this wing of the building.
So,
And I meant eastern floor. We are in the western floor currently. Dang it. This
So,
is,
Smeek, what did you
Mike,
find?
Mike. Sorry, what did you say?
What did you find?
Oh, there's a big support pillar up there. If you get Kara, she can bring one of the thingamajiggers.
And the mad lad?
Not here.
So you're lying to us?
Fledo, roll me a D100.
Ooh.
You had to ask.
Ooh, I'll
It's a
give
good
I'll give it
number.
to you for the sex number.
Yeah.
Nice.
You basically that Simpsons moment where the Homer is sitting in the not quite union meeting, and it's like dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Polito sits there, and you hear enormous lad. I'll name you Croaker, enormous lad. I'll name you Croaker, a larger than average frog. Alright, hold on, I'll move the frog. Still holding it.
Are these black things more edutainment touch exhibits?
So-
No, like I said, they're like basically big plaques that have like big old protrusions into the corridor that just have plaques on them with like pictures and text about what is or what used to be in these aquariums or terrariums.
Real quick, is this just something I hear in my head, or can I hear it from somewhere specific?
No, you hear it in your head as you put two and two together and realize the big frog is what was named the enormous lad.
Ah. Wait, why did you want the frog?
Maybe it's extremely poisonous. Wait, Paige!
Paige? Move away.
Paige
from
and
the
this frog are just being friends.
I can't drop it now. I gave it a name.
Polado, I think you should get that frog away from the boy.
The frog just kind of looks, stares into nothingness, just kind of.
Folletto just Zavarudos over to Paige.
So on the way, I start wrapping my hands in cloth, just to be on the safe side. I take him away.
No.
Paige,
I'm sorry, Paige. Genuine.
I would assume you just kind of hand the frog over.
As Foletto approaches, I gently lower down the robot again. Is this the enormous lad?
Positive. Thank you for helping me procure the enormous lad.
Why did
So-
you want it? Sorry, you go.
Yeah, same question. Why did you want it?
He needs to be kept safe. He is our company mascot.
Well, Paige over there is a hero, so nobody could protect him better than Paige.
I mean, that
Foletto
mask
hands the
figure is
frog back.
bigger than the average frog.
So no worries. The company mascot is safe with us.
Mm.
Thank you for your assistance.
Alright, Foletto, you can give them back.
Yeah, I did when he said it was just mascots. I went over to Paige and
Wait,
gave
like,
it back when
I
the
changed
robot
it.
told the...
Hold on,
Yeah.
I'll just represents. How can I? Oh yeah, controlled by.
Yeah.
I'll just say all players. Everyone gets to move the frog.
Okay, if you didn't want to screw with it, I can just always inventory the frog.
Oh wait, yeah, you sure can fucking do that, huh? Paige just kind of. Do you want to? I just say just kind of hold up the frog and goes da 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 da.
So long as the frog is safe in inventory,
You
then
got
I'll
the
inventory the
enormous-
frog.
You got the enormous lad.
Hey, if a chicken could hatch in Link's inventory, the frog will be safe in yours.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Guide, what is in the other side of this building that he wanted us to see?
While Foletto talks with the robot, I'm gonna take Kara and go up to install the thingamajigger.
The western wing of the building contains the hold on. Physics and alchemy. I can't think of words right now. Give me a second.
Exhibit.
Exhibit. Thank you.
And while you do this talk, I'm gonna go take a pee.
It contains several magical circles of astounding effects.
Paige, we'll look at that on the way back.
Let's look at everything. This is great.
We'll do that later, when you finish the job.
As Carla moves up to the thing, this was honestly a kind of bad situation for us to go out and be, so I'm gonna have to draw this out a little bit. But hint, hint, that might be a good idea for you guys to go up there.
Yeah, we're on our way.
If you don't, Saxos actually have some questions he would like to ask Paige. If you want something
Oh,
to
you
fill
can
the
do an
time with.
RP while this happens.
We talk while we walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. So, Paige, I how you do that? That lifting things and making them disappear into some place.
Oh, you mean the inventory?
Yeah, that.
It was a gift from the Great Fairy Queen.
Saxos
Where-
just stares at you.
Where are we going, Paige?
I'm looking at the I'm looking at the plaques.
Yeah, there is a question I would like to ask.
I return.
Okay.
Just to people in general. Saxos looks at the glass on the floor. Question: is it on top of the line or beneath it? Like, has it been broken more recently than the threads has been made? Because you did describe it crushing glasses, and if had been moving this way multiple times, it would probably have gotten rid of the glass by now.
that does stay for a good while. And even if it's just small piece, it would still make crunching sounds.
I
Yeah.
I feel like it would be like generally when you have like a bunch of fractured glass lying around, it's kind of hard to figure out how old that is. You know, like with
Yeah.
with
That's
bloodstains, you can make a fairly certain assertion that considering the tone of it, well, I guess they don't change too much after a few days, so you can be certain that these are at least a few days old.
I was just wondering if the of this glass has like been broken recently or not,
uh,
like compared to
that
this
is
bloodline thing, the blood
Uh,
trail thing.
honestly, roll me a D100. Let's see where we go. And while we're doing that, Paige.
Yes, nothing is.
Hey,
Knowing it.
I'll find it. It's glass. Paige, you're looking at these plaques.
Mm-hmm.
There are, of course, several entries for quite a few amazing creatures. There's a variety of void fish that just kind of swim around the void.
Oh wait, they're still there?
There's a big old lizard thing that at some point, is described in great detail that I can't quite think of right now.
It's been described in great detail, we assure you of.
Definitely. And there is one entry for the piece of like the, let's say, terrarium or whatever that seems to be some of the most busted up. And that is for the great void worm.
Is the great void worm still in the terrarium?
You can't see it anywhere. The plaque does read as follows. It can digest almost any matter, and they only say almost because they have not yet found anything it couldn't digest.
Then how did they keep it inside of the cage?
And they only kept it because as long as the cage had power, they could suspend it in midair.
Oh.
Oh, I was going to say, if they kept it in this cage, if it could eat through anything, how did they keep it in this cage? Well, it's broken. They couldn't keep it in there.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The cage is broken now.
Okay, I assume we're done with installing the thingamajigger.
Oh, well, yeah, and because you looked at the plaques and everything, frankly, you've been doing good RP, so I'll tell you, it does also note that it very much is accustomed to void things and darkness, and it really does not like bright lights.
It's good that it's very bright in here. Wait, no it isn't. I was the floors make it look like they're lights.
Yeah.
Right above.
Yeah. I couldn't really find a dark linoleum.
You could either tint them dark, or you could find a night asset and put it beneath. But that seems like work.
I do have at this point. I guess I do at this point have an asset that is like just a transparent darkness asset that I could put over things as the deal. You know what? Yeah, live map building. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
point in
well,
doing it now.
Can I go pee while you do it live?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Thanks.
To make the map bad, or this map sure is supposed to be square. Oh, okay, it goes here.
That's actually a pretty useful asset.
Alright, and it would go on the map layer. That's the only problem with it. I can't put it on the token layer because then I could no longer access tokens. And when I put it on the map layer, all the tokens pop out colorfully and aren't dimmed. So that's
Yeah.
an effect that I'm not sure if I like.
I think map rule actually has a function for this.
Probably. It seems to have a function for fucking everything.
Except music.
Again, you can use many things to do music.
Either way, that's not a discussion I feel like having again now.
We gotta wait for some to return from the bathroom anyway.
How's it going? Also, we can't see the nameplate of Kayla or whatever her name is.
Carla Haydagger is what it.
I thought it was
maybe?
Kara.
No, it is Carla.
Yeah, sorry for not having that there. Carla Haydagger.
So, how's it going, Carla?
Well, for this being my first single excursion without my teacher, so far nothing too bad has happened, I guess.
Yeah,
There was-
nobody's lost any limbs.
There was the whole thing with the robot, but I mean, it wasn't any of us, and it wasn't my fault.
Also, is Paige coming into the massive room?
Yeah, if he's
We're-
done reading plaques.
Yeah, I probably read everything.
He's been reading the plaques out loud to the frog.
Uh,
The frog ribbits passively.
so I help Carla installing the thingamajigger from above.
Yeah, I wouldn't have you roll for that because why? Yeah, it's you install the nondescript thingamajigger. It goes into an activation mode and is now activated. It seems ready for further commands. 1 out of 3 down.
Alright,
Ah,
Yeah.
this looks good.
A thingy appears on screen that says installed thingamajiggers 1 of 3.
Oh, good.
wait a minute. Let
A side
us-
objective in the corner appears. Kill the boss. What?
What?
No objective appears. Run.
Door closes behind you.
Let's see, I'm doing some live editing.
Wow, okay.
Well, I guess. Well, I
Oh,
guess
that
if
is-
that's bad, then
Yeah, that works. So, on stream, there's a 1 of 3 in the corner.
Oh, it's 1 of 4, isn't it?
Didn't Ghost just say 3?
No, the thingies are. You have 3 thingamajiggers that you need to fasten through.
Oh,
fasten through
I
doors.
heard 3 more to go.
Oh no, 1 of 3 is.
okay.
Disregard me. I am deaf.
So am
It's
I.
happens to the best of us.
I mean, we are the 2 only characters that doesn't prominently have ears.
True.
So, are we all complete again?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I feel like it was some you were going to title, right?
Yeah, I've done my things.
Cool. You pee! No. As you are now in this room and applying your things, you suddenly sense a bit of a rumbling, as if by some sort of creature moving.
Oh,
Somewhere in
that's
the
not
vicinity.
good.
I guess, could specifically make a hide roll because that's a skill you have now.
I want to make a different roll though.
Oh,
I want to roll demolitions to pull out a fucking flashbang.
roll for that while I actually have to look at Carla's skills because she has those, but I didn't make them.
She has
fucking-
flashbangs.
Yeah, man. Shit. Roll for military equipment.
Carla is tactical.
Carla pulls out a rifle. No, she cocks her hob like a gun.
Everyone, close your eyes.
So, while
Oh
we're
no bueno. Now do you see why I keep adding abilities instead of leveling them up?
I mean, that doesn't actually make your chances of success any better. In fact, they're worse the less dice you have.
Actually, because you said that the more specific it is, the easier it is to succeed, kinda makes it better. Just create new, more specific things from that explanation.
Other thing is, even if you have a non-specific ability that rolls enough dice, eventually it will just not fail ever again.
True.
All of the dice could still be lower since it's per dice, not per number.
Anywho,
It is it's not, the rule isn't actually it has to be more successes than failures. It just has to be enough successes, and whatever enough constitutes at the moment. And when you get a whole fuck ton of dice for an ability, you'll just always hit enough. Yeah, you get like flashbang. You pull out the thing that says loudest possible explosive.
So
And you throw it on the floor.
before that happens, while the rumbling starts, Fleto just prepares himself and equips his brass knuckles. Preparing for battle.
Folletto and Knuckles.
Yeah. You throw that on the floor, and it just goes kablooey. The rumbling stops. The rumbling starts again, but harder this time.
What was that for?
I grabbed the wrong grenade.
Why?
I'm not used to being on the ceiling.
You still are,
Like to
huh?
hide behind this pillar.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of preparations before the worm shows up.
Fleto's just going to hug the wall.
I'm gonna prepare a flashbang this time, just making sure it's actually a flashbang to throw when the worm reveals itself.
I'll honestly, you wouldn't have had to roll for it before. I'll just give you retrieving an object from your thing, because that's your passive. But yeah, you have a flashbang ready now.
You know what? I think I will do another thing as well. I would like to throw out a snake, because... No, that was not... Never mind.
A big snake?
No, he's not in the mood. He's a prima donna like always.
So... God, where would the thing even start? It would probably... because I don't really... Just for effect, I'm just going to reveal it in part. So for the sake of having a cool boss bell, let's just have this thing start out here. This shows up.
Oh boy, I feel like I went on the wrong side of this pillar.
Did you draw that yourself?
Nope. Roll 20 asset. And this makes its way out of that wall.
Well, at least I could see it coming. Would be a very shame if it came out of the wall I was hogging. Looks that fucking Folletto.
I mean, he was at the wall, he could feel the rumbling. If it came out there, he would have moved.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm just going to start combat here. And considering with all your time to prepare and start, I'm just going to start on the player phase. Fuck it. So, hold on. Combat theme.
So yeah, flashbang try number 2.
Yes, makes big try for a flashbang then.
I think you maybe should move a bit so you don't.
Yeah, you should probably like move in, because you're probably not gonna throw it around the pillar. There's no.
How much move do I have again?
30 feet, so 6 squares.
And do we do diagonals?
I kind of wanna.
Okay.
So try to count the diagonal.
1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. That should be enough. Zaxos, close your eyes.
I feel like you have to... Oh yeah, that is certainly a good enough roll to just throw down a flashbang.
I feel that with that roll, I get it like right between its eyes.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
whatever counts as eyes for this thing.
It has lots of them.
And they're all now blinded.
Yeah, you throw the flashbang in the air and it goes off right at the peak of its arch. In front of it, it starts screeching and whipping itself back and forth.
Boy, aren't you guys glad you have a guy who has explosives.
It did not like that.
I think I made it mad.
Oh, you think?
That was just make turn. Yeah, like this is still player
no
phase.
initiative order, guys.
No
just...
initiative order. We just have player phase. And
Anyone want to go before Saxus?
Let's see, how does movement
Kind of
work here
monster.
again?
You have 6 squares, and we do diagonals with 1.5.
Do we do 1.5?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
No.
Yes, it is.
Why? No, we're not having that argument now. It's combat.
Just do it.
You would be able to move a total of 6.5 technically, but you can also use your action to move again. That's the thing you can do. You can double move.
Choice combat music, by the way.
Thank you. So do you want to stay over there and do an action, or what?
I'll move here.
Okay. Zaxos or Paige or Carla?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Paige is going to open his first heroic combat. Even though I'm too far away to use Dragon Slayer properly, I do have my various...
Oh, sorry, what?
Heroic ambulance.
Heroic. Paige calls the cops.
Paige calls the cops. This is illegal.
Wait, this is illegal.
911, what's your emergency? There's a big worm. We'll be right there.
Paige is going to put his arms behind his back and pull forth the great light bow given to him by the Ent people.
Is that you roll for that, right?
Yeah.
Roll for great light bow. Oh yeah, that ability levels up, and you get the great light bow.
Yeah. Paige
Forged
pulls his
by the
arms.
Ent.
Yeah. Paige pulls his arms back around, and one of his arms has completely shifted into a giant wooden great bow, taller than he is. The other one has become like a ballista-sized arrow. As he knocks one of his arms on top of the other, pulls back, and fires into this thing.
I feel like that also, yeah, you add your whole +1 ability point, +2 health, and you deal 1 damage.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
No, it isn't, and I feel like I'm going to be writing a screenplay about it.
It's 2
I will
health.
write a book about this when I get home, says Zexos. If I get home, says Zexos.
That's a single tier.
+1
Zexo.
ability point.
Zexos becomes Paige's official chronicler.
Oh, wait, I forgot it still does get 1 reaction, so it gains just a chance to try to negate bow damage.
Level up heroes tools.
You do still level that up, but hold on, let me just get those.
Or you could make a new ability for archery.
You could
I could.
try to roll for worm damage negation. It's good at this.
Just eats the fucking arrow.
Oh, the fucking worm has damage reduction, doesn't it?
Well, no, but everyone gets a reaction, and so does the worm.
Ah, gotcha.
You get the feeling it would have more than 1 reaction if it weren't recently flashbanged.
Good thing I flashbanged it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and also recently.
So it would subtract 1. It would subtract 1 from that. That would still be good enough. It does catch the arrow in its mouth and eat it. Or rather, catch it, bites it, goes, spits it out. As you don't quite, I guess you wouldn't quite see how the arrow looks as it's broken.
So we found a thing it doesn't eat?
Like it breaks it apart, it just doesn't seem to taste good. Or shit, I waited an everything-eating worm, didn't I?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. DM notes, don't worry about it.
Like, the very specific thing you pointed out.
Yeah, it sure is. This has not been going as planned. I've been a bit... Don't worry about it. He eats the arrow.
Don't worry about it, Ghost. You're doing fine.
The wormy boy eats the arrow. Zach.
Well, that was rude.
Yeah. I think I will go to my tried and true scenario. Saxos lifts his hands up as what seems to be some weird thing moves up his hand and turns into a javelin. He's just gonna fucking chuck a snake its direction.
He eats the snake. You lost the snake.
At it.
Hey, to be fair, we've all been lobbing shit at it.
Oh god, you sure have been. It's a giant worm monster. Quick, let's just fucking throw whatever we have on us on it. At it. Except for
also
transforms into a ballista. That's a success.
Yeah. Fun fact. You know what that actually says? It says "go for the eyes." So I think that's what it's going to be doing.
Yeah. After it eats a ballista bolt, you throw a snake at it, and that kind of catches it off guard.
Snakes usually do.
This worm's day is not going well.
This worm's not having too great of a day, and so it's gonna try and make sure that you don't either. But it's Carlos' turn first. Unless Saxos, you want to move?
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Yeah, go ahead. I figured you would.
Run away! Run away!
6.
Yeah.
Carlos starts her turn here. And
So he just chucks a snake at it and then lick it.
Carlos is just kind of like sitting behind the thing, like, oh god. Okay.
This is not nice.
This is a big worm.
Why do I get the feeling that this should have been the enormous lad?
She saw that Paige shot it, and she's going to basically try her hand at bardic inspiration and roll for playing music with the harp. Why does it not? Oh, I didn't put a... Well, that's what happens when you don't completely type the macro properly. My bad, everyone. The worm takes 18 damage, and that doesn't actually kill him. The worm takes 100 damage and dies. She's very nervous, and she just kind of holds the harp up to her quivering bug appendages, and goes pling, 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 pling. She's like, ah.
You're doing great.
Scooches
Such a beautiful voice.
Scooches behind the grill a little bit.
Make room for me next time.
Oh god, yeah. She makes a little. She's huge. She makes a little room for you under her.
Thanks.
You can Scooby Doo into her bug arms.
Next round, yeah.
Monster turn. The monster does, first of all... Well, no, it would probably do that at the end. Hold on. Nah, the monster just kinda moves over here. Or rather, no, it would actually move over here. Paige is the only one who actually damaged it this turn. And it's gonna move over to Paige. and it's gonna try to give you a big old chop.
It can certainly try.
It can certainly try to give you a big old chomp. It rolled for a big old chomp. That's not too many successes. If you have anything you want to counter that with, you may do that now.
Paige is going to equip his dwarven tool of knowledge, the spike armor of being made out of a lot of spikes.
Truly a mighty tool. Well, for your spike armor of being made out of a lot of spikes.
Oh god.
The worm, although it should be able to eat anything, is repelled by the spike armor of being made out of a lot of spikes.
Surprisingly, it does have a lot of spikes.
Does it drop? Does it drop a lot of rings?
No.
Damn it!
You don't get it. You don't get it. But it tries to take a big old chomp out of you, and you stab it in the teeth. And it tries to bite you, and it just kind of goes stink. And it's like, what?
The dwarf spike armor of being made out of a lot of spikes.
Oh man.
You crazy bastard!
And because it was flashbanged, this is where its turn ends for now. But it's starting to recover from being flashbanged.
Well, good thing that I have more of those. Good thing that I have more of those.
Yeah, I was thinking like...
Damn it!
Thinking like, it should be recovering not for long. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you go for throwing another flashbang, but this one is more of a little party cracker. You don't know what that's in there. You just realized you had some stuff from Cousin Snake's birthday in there.
God damn it, I told him to clean up.
In your stomach?
When boom slugs know each other very well, they also store things in each other's stomachs.
Yeah. I don't know how you don't know that.
Yeah, right. It's fucking obvious. Don't even know your boom slug that well. Do you want to move?
Well, my question here is, as we established, I am a big fat slug.
Yeah.
Can I use my move to go over to him and just release my grip on the ceiling and body slam his ass?
I feel like, first of all, body slamming would be an action, and second of all, you are a slug, and this is a gigantic, chitinous armored worm.
It's pronounced chitinous.
This is gigantic chitinous. Just, you know.
Well, my aim would have been to drop on his face and get at the soft ice.
I mean, only you're saying that they're soft.
Fair.
So I don't think you can get that far in.
Also, even if you just still just be a slug that is now on the giant worm's face and near its mouth. Possibly not a good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go here and call out, Paige! I can grab and swing you!
Alright.
Thanks. Don't know what I can use that for, but thanks.
Stab it with like the lance of being really long?
How did you get that?
Put some, what's called, not acceleration, but momentum behind the thrust.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You gotta get your dual techs where you can get them. Oh, I also completely forgot about something I meant to show you. A little refresher because we haven't really talked rules in a while. I made this.
Ooh. Production values.
At your own discretion, as you're not if you're not currently acting, you can just look at this. But someone would need to be acting right now.
But yeah, dual tech me, bro.
Before the dual tech, Frodo will try to punch.
I was gonna say you can't really dual tech with Snake because Snake already had an action this turn.
Ah, damn it, I forgot.
Wait, didn't he?
Next turn.
Oh yeah, he did.
He tried to throw explosives and failed. Yeah, you roll for fisticuffs, punch the worm.
So
big worm shows up, punch it.
I'm also thinking, could I grab here and try to, punch I?
Its head is raised above the ground by its body, and you'd have to actually climb onto it somewhat, which would be a whole separate thing.
Or use your buddy who's on the ceiling.
Or that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to.
That would be an action, it said.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, but I don't mean a dual tech. Just use my fucking arms as a rope.
Can I? Ghost?
No. You look at the distance between these people on the map. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, I think there's a lot of space between you and the roof currently. I might be wrong here, but this seems like a pretty big open area.
Yeah, the open room is a bit higher. It's not much. You'd still be able to if Snake reached down and you reached up, you'd be able to do things. But as currently, yeah.
I can nobody pronounce Smike.
Smike, yeah, Smike.
So yeah, he will, as his just instinctive thing, try to punch it with his knuckles.
Punch it.
It fails.
I mean, you do have one success.
Oh.
Honestly, the way I want to rule it in combat is, at this point, as long as it is about doing damage, any amount of successes does damage. You no longer distinguish between ability success and failure, because it's dumb. It does, however, get its reaction on that.
Yeah, that is why I wanted to punch it before Paige did the dual tech.
So, Paige can't do a dual tech right now. There's not really anyone to dual tech with.
But that was the plan with me walking up first.
It does. You try to punch it, but it actually whips its head around and knocks you back a little bit, knocks you in the chest, and you slide a teeny tiny bit backwards on the ground as it just whips you. Zaxos, or do you want Carla to go before you?
That's a good question. You know what? There was some information about the plague, but I would actually ask, can I use Forbidden Knowledge to see if I can find any weak points for this thing or something like that? Basically try to...
yes, roll Forbidden Knowledge if you want to know things. Wait, is that... Oh yeah, Forbidden Knowledge leveled up.
Nah. Nothing of importance. Anyway, make a room, Carla.
Okay. You scoot underneath the big legs. And Carla tries for the whole playing an instrument again. She's really nervous, you guys.
I mean, I can understand it. She thought she was just gonna escort some dudes to an entertainment facility, and suddenly robot guts and giant worms.
Yeah, she's not. She's having a trouble. In worm turn.
Wait, Paige hasn't gone this turn, has he?
Oh yeah, shit, Paige. Sorry, my dude.
Oren.
Yeah. Let's see. Were we dual teching, or do we have a...
No, we can't, because I already had my action.
Okay.
Next turn.
So, Paige... Well, a big worm's kind of like a dragon, right? Paige says, eyeing the giant letter opener he's been looking around this whole time.
Depends on what mythology you're going after.
Yeah, that probably counts.
That is not something Pluto says.
He huffs Dragon Slayer over his head and brings it down.
Bring it down.
Ooh,
Nice.
big damage. You grab your big ass sword, you reel it over your head, it just scratches open the ceiling a little bit, and with the kind of satisfying crunch, just impacts the middle of this guy's head. It doesn't leave that big of a wound, but it sure sounded pretty neat. And
Meaty.
just because that was a nice success and the music has been repeating itself for a while, I'm just gonna put on your theme for that. Because I like putting on themes.
Yay!
But do you not have any
Character theme.
combat music?
It's been playing the whole combat.
Oh wait, that was the combat music?
Yep.
Yeah, I even commented on how I think it's very nice combat music.
Oh.
Yes, it was a very nice comment about the combat music that didn't make me feel insecure. Anyway.
Yes.
Page theme. I like this one. Okay.
Is that the Mob Psycho theme?
Yeah.
Season 2, yes. You slap it across the face. While your weapon is sharp as it impacts it, it does also just kind of bounce off of it. You know, it is armored and everything. But its head also bounces downward and is slammed into the floor a little. You, returning back from the impact, strike a cool sword with this cool pose with the sword in midair. Then you remember how heavy it is, just kind of clonks to the ground next to you. The worm responds to this by burrowing, or rather, no, first it stands where it is, and bouncing against the ground, raises his head, and then slams his head against the ground with much more force this time, sending out waves, fractures around it.
Good thing I'm on the ceiling.
Filetto and Paige, you can both try to react to this or take a damage.
What exactly did it do?
It did an AoE ground slam attack with its head.
Can you just try to
Honestly-
dodge?
You can more or less. You can
Uh,
try to like.
Just
In what way would you
D100
react? Or in what way would you?
combat?
What would your reaction be to the big ground slam?
Dodge. Get away.
The ground?
I mean, does it
Jump up.
shake the entire facility?
It shakes like
I assume
10
that it was, pounding us.
10 to 20 feet. Like it's
Like a
ground slam.
shockwave.
It sends a shockwave through the ground and splinters it a little bit.
Ah.
Do you
You
have
could
any
probably
ways of,
jump over it.
you can try to, since you're near the worm, jump onto it to avoid the
Yeah,
ground slam.
that would be my thing. I'm just gonna roll fisticuffs because it's my combat ability.
Yeah, you can do it. Paige.
Paige is probably going to take the damage because he's been trying to wield Dragon Slayer, and
Yeah.
that's a hour-long process.
Yeah, you take damage.
How
And-
much damage?
I need to install some rocket sleds on that sword.
The worm then proceeds to burrow back into the ground. And it takes its movement action secretly.
So
How much damage does the worm do?
1. You saw this ability roll, right? It was a 7 and a 68, so you take 1 ground AoE damage.
Wait,
Alright.
where did it go?
It's
It
in the ground.
It burrowed into the ground again.
did it leave behind a hole?
It left behind a hole, sorta.
What do you mean,
But it isn't a very stable thing. So I'm gonna say as it. Oh god, sorry for the sirens again. Was that the police for real this time? Oh sorry. Either way, like, it would be hard to follow it in there.
That's
That's
not
what you're
what I want to do.
Okay, but it did kind of leave a hole behind. Like, there's a visible point of that's where the worms go.
Paige, do you have have some kind of impenetrable shield?
Yes.
Okay, Foletto, you and Paige jump onto the shield after I throw a bunch of dynamite down the hole.
Okay.
This'll do. I like this plan.
We're gonna smoke this bastard out.
Try for triple tick.
Yep.
Hold my frog.
And Spike is just gonna go over the hole and just open his mouth and let dynamite rain into it. Just
Okay,
vomit a whole mess of dynamite in there.
I feel like since you're the instigator, you roll for the triple tech. Which abilities do all of you use?
Demolitions 2.
Mm-hmm. Filetto probably uses fisticuffs because just general strength. So that's 2 for Filetto.
And I've got heroes tools at 2 as I pulled out the Colossus's shield.
So that's 6, and because this is a triple tech, you get a +2. So roll 8d100.
You couldn't hear it, but I cracked my knuckles.
Nice. We're all very proud of you.
Oh yeah!
Ooh.
That's a tasty roll. If I persevere to transform those that 14, 19, and 46 into 50s, does it make the result better?
Yes, it sure does.
Then I shall.
Yeah, you take 3 damage.
Yes, then I shall persevere. I just vomited up like a large portion of my dynamite supply. That shit is taxing.
Yeah, you take 3 Damaggio, and it will try to roll against that.
Should we briefly explain what I just did?
It's in the document, isn't it? Persevering.
Yeah, but for eventual stream watchers.
For eventual stream watchers. Persevering, you can turn failed rolls into successful rolls at the cost of 1 health per turned roll. That sure doesn't help it a lot. It takes 7 damage.
Smoke the sucker out. Smike.
Yeah,
Smike.
You throw the bombs down there, and you hear just a big, satisfying. You, Filetto, and Paige do hold down your roll and penetrate. Or Filetto holds down Paige and his shield admirably, and even you can just your arms are hit by that shockwave created by the explosion, and they go numb a little bit. Paige, you go numb, and you're tired, but you probably don't mind as much. There are painful worm sounds.
Spike burps sourly. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be alright.
Good.
Zaxos.
And Carla.
I mean, Saxos dove under here. Or is it the light? Oh yeah, it's next turn. Sorry.
It is currently player turn again.
Yeah, we triple teched.
So Kara, I don't know if you can do this, but we have hit it. Do you guys think you need to do any more damage to it, or could we try being defensive about this?
What do you mean being defensive about it?
I could throw you some very long snakes, and then maybe Kara could carry us off from the ground so we can't get fucking gobbled up.
I mean, can't he go on the roof?
I know I'm very big and all, but I don't think I'm strong enough to carry 3 people.
That's fair.
I'm a wizard. A whizbard. I haven't decided yet.
Maybe
Good.
you two can work together and charm this worm snaky thing.
Have you seen my face?
I
You
mean, your
can-
expertise at snakes and her expertise at playing instruments.
It's a worm, not a snake.
You. Yeah.
Will you shut up when I try to serve your double tech?
Sure.
I would feel like roll to snake charm would have been a really cool idea with before you blew it up really hard. It's a bit mad now, so that would be harder.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I mean, we sure can.
Can the two ready their actions until the worm reappears?
Yeah, basically, like, maybe prepare some. You know what? I think I know what Saxos would like to do. He is going to go. How far can he go? Like that? I can't remember. It's. Right? It's 1.5. No, so that's 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. So he can go to there, right? Right? Or am I being wrong here?
That works out.
Yeah, he would like to use a snake whisper to basically make ropes of snakes and throw them out to everyone, so they could yank in a direction if it appears under them, so they can't get gobbled up. Basically,
That's actually a good plan.
Yeah.
You turn your nope ropes into escape ropes.
Yep.
just looks like it's nope ropes.
I
like, don't worry, I got this, and then just pull out like, I imagine
A
like
snake,
okay,
it bites
here comes
everyone.
I was more planning like, okay, ropes, and then just throw like a clump of snakes, like they've all weaved into a ball into the middle of us. Yeah, man.
Oh, you grab onto one end.
It might make us just a bigger target. Never mind.
Never mind. Back to enemy turn.
Wait. Could we...
Oh yeah, Carla.
Please,
Wait, Carla.
please leave the ground floor so at least you can get healed.
Do
Would be
anyone
very
have
big
any
shit.
items they could drop on the ground away from us?
I mean, we have a snake ball now in the middle of us, so...
Something you throw away from us?
Good point,
So that if the worm interprets vibration, it does not find us here? Not sure how smart it is.
Too late for that now.
Yeah, we all used our actions.
Yeah.
Already rolled. I mean, you could technically tell that to Carla, but she's like, the only thing I have I can throw around is my harp, and I'm not throwing that.
You really don't have anything in your pockets?
Well, I could throw the thingamajiggers that we need in order to complete our mission.
No, don't.
Yeah. Sorry for being snippy. I'm just very nervous right now.
Do you need the harp?
Yes.
Stop
Okay.
badgering the lady.
And she, on the subject of harp, will try to make herself useful with the harp.
Keep harping on.
Stop harping on it.
Finally, Smake, you what? Oh, it rolled the animation. It animated twice on my end for some. Anyway, Smake, you add an additional dice to your next roll.
Sweet. Also, your her
Smite,
ability
sorry.
upgrades.
Oh yeah, her ability upgrades. Thanks for keeping track of that. So, shit. Hold on.
Trust me, I keep track of advancement.
Which is weird because you keep asking us about our levels and they're just noting it down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So yeah, you got a plus 1d100.
Sweet.
Oh, there's character sheets, and there is Carla. Oh yeah, I got it right here. Boop. Nice. The ability is called Nice Music, smiley face, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I write the names of my abilities in all the macros.
I have a minor description. Music that suits the soul.
Yeah, I'll have the name description and then have a silly name on my end.
Yeah.
So what does the worm do? It flees, right?
Definitely. The worm runs away forever. You win. You get 500 gold.
Somehow.
The worm breaks out from the ground underneath Smike.
Isn't Smike on roof?
Good that I know on that ceiling.
It would be able to do that too, yeah. Yeah, like thanks for the reminder, but very technically speaking, it would be able to do that. It would be able to just come out of the ceiling. It can loop around.
Well, fuck.
And yeah. It breaks through the ceiling where Smike's been holding on. And it's going to try to bite you a lot. So hold on. I gotta move this lad back onto the token layer.
So
React real quick.
Wait, so you need to take it on and off the token layer to hide in a hide?
Well, no. Whenever it hides, I move it to the GM layer.
yeah, that's the way I do it
Yeah,
too.
to make it invisible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, just making sure because map tool.
So this
Different.
is the first worm attack. So that's not too much. That's 2 damage. And this is the second worm
So
attack.
before the second, can I try to use a reaction to do a thing?
You
Would
can
also like to. I would also like to react to the first attack.
Smike can.
Yeah, go first.
Yeah. You Smike be since
Yeah,
he's affected.
So I think I've mentioned how the boom slugs eat sulfur and produce like an explosive slime as a byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
They also shit that
So you wanted safety poop?
safety poop
Roll for sticky
demolitions.
Hold on. let me actually
Technically, it
look at
is explosives.
Wouldn't it be slime?
I don't have a slime ability.
Oh.
Again, it
Running,
is
perception,
explosives.
shadowing. Yeah, okay, yeah, you would use it for demolition, wouldn't you? So, yeah, roll demolition. As a
And if it succeeds, that might also bring me to a relative safety.
yeah. I mean...
Nope.
no. You take 6 damage from the bites, unless
I just
there's
give
a
a
really cool idea coming from Fletcher right now that would put a stop to all of this instantly.
Yeah.
You said you had a thing. What's the
Yeah,
thing you wanted?
I wanna intimidate it.
I'm not gonna let you do that, mostly because you probably didn't see it coming out of the ceiling.
I mean, it's a
And-
reaction, not a pre-action.
I'm not going to. I don't think. Like, it is currently focused on attacking Smike, and I don't think it would even pay much attention to that
Okay.
one guy a couple feet away. I don't think you're gonna menace it a whole lot from where you are right now. Just standing there while it bites something else. Like,
Yeah.
that's not, very menacing at all. So you take 6 damage.
Wait, can I quickly try nope roping it again? Like as it comes from Smeek, try yanking
go
him to
ahead.
the side.
Try a nope rope. Nope.
Nope. You know what? Can
There's
can I use one of my his points to change that?
You can try to persevere that, yeah. Spend a hit point. Though, yeah.
that might
take
then
that.
save me from the second attack, maybe.
No, that just takes 1 damage away from the first attack. It's just
There.
you basically just took a damage for Smike.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Smike, you now take 5 damage.
To be fair, I am the group tank right now.
How much? Oh yeah, you have plenty actually.
Well, not anymore.
Oh. Never mind.
So that was the monster turn, I assume.
Yes, that was the monster turn.
Do I remain on the ceiling or do I get tossed to the floor?
You are on the floor at this point.
Okay, so it's real mad, I assume.
Oh yeah, it's pissed.
And when big ass monsters and especially big ass wormy monsters are mad, they commonly roar.
Why would it roar? It's a worm.
Because it has visible mandibles and it bit me.
That doesn't make things raw.
I know you want to throw an explosive in its mouth.
Yes. Okay, let's go with a different angle. With the amount of explosives I tossed onto it in the last turn, its chitinous armor probably has a lot of cracks right about now.
I will give you that. Yes, it got pretty fucked up.
So I'm gonna hand some dynamite to Paige and ask him to shoot his bow into one of those cracks.
I can do that.
And I think that dual tech will be for him to roll, but can I still add my +1 die from Carla to it?
I just realized the +1 on your next roll would have been on your reaction to defend against worm attack. Wouldn't have.
Oh, I thought it would be my next action, so to speak.
Or let's say it's your choice. Do you want to retroactively add that to your defense, or do you want to add it here?
Nah, I wanna add it to the double tick.
Okay. So yeah, you choose where you put the extra dice. Just like real bardic inspiration, I think.
Okay, then that's 2 demolitions, 2 hero tools, +1 for dual tech, and +1 for inspiration. So,
6.
yeah,
6.
Orin gets to roll 6. I'm the dual tech king, baby.
It's what the system was built for. 2, 3 successes.
You
Worm-
could probably eat that 3 damage and persevere, Paige.
Yeah, let's persevere.
Worm Boy will try to have to say about that. It doesn't. All of those sure do fail. You kind of fucked it up pretty bad in that last turn with the bombs. It eats another 6 damage.
You sure have a player whose main aggression is explosives.
It is looking pretty like it was looking miserable when it tried to eat Smike. Basically, it's like the bomb arrow. You shoot a Zelda bomb arrow at it, it fucking explodes and blasts off a whole bunch of its flank. Not just the armor, the flank.
So might I flavor this a little bit?
I was in the process of, but go ahead.
I'm just imagining like Paige does his whole ballista transformation, and I like tie dynamite to the arrow, and it just morphs into like a big black ball bomb.
Yeah. A whole lot of his flank is just kind of ripped open now. It does, while it is not very much a roaring worm, it does very painfully screech. That is a thing it does. And it just kind of rolls around on the floor as an injured worm does. Wiggles back and forth very unpleasantly. It's not a very pretty sight.
I feel like that is Folletto's chance to punch into the wound.
If you now have exposed, can I maybe help you with that, Filetto?
Yeah, what were you planning?
He takes out a couple snakes. They open their fangs. Would you mind having these on your fist so they can also bite?
Wouldn't that hurt the snakes?
Not if the snakes like coil around your arms and just bite around your hands.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's-
Are they poisonous?
Snake fist.
Yes, very poisonous.
Yes.
We're just fucking this worm up.
So, that is 2 for fisticuffs. What do you add?
1.
1 for snakes and 1 for
So,
dual tech, so 4d100.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Folletto, you wanna eat that 1 damage?
I'm taking the other one.
Yeah, sure.
Well, what do you mean the other one?
There is.
only-
Wait,
And
really?
he's different, like there's
Below 50.
below 50
yeah.
in this case is a failure. And
Yeah.
I'm taking the
honestly,
one.
see, like I feel like you won't even have to eat the 1 damage because what with having blown up half of the worm, I feel like the success DC would be easier and a 47 would slip by. So I'll just give you that. You deal the 4 damage, but because it is no longer blind, it gets 2 reactions per turn. So it's gonna try to avoid that also. 1. It takes 2 away from that, but it still takes 2 damage.
Carla, stab it!
She only has a harp.
I only have a
And
harp.
bad
You
lord.
have big insect legs.
I don't know, Roll20 is showing me a whole bunch of shit. I'm unable to read or set data from server. Maybe a problem with my... I'm gonna have to reload the page real quick. Roll20 said so.
Carla, stop it with your legs. Your big, sexy insect legs.
I very nearly said it that way.
I'm not very good at stabbing. I can try attacking that with magic.
Yeah, you sure could do that. And also, I just get the image, like she's trying to step on it. Like, have you ever, like in videos where people have like an insect and they're like, trying to like tease it away with their foot.
She's going to generate an attack spell.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, we sure fucked this worm up, but it sure fucked me up too.
I would like to say for Hey Dagger, there is not a lot of daggering being happened with those claw-9 hands.
To be fair, there's not a lot of hay either.
You get the feeling her name is a pun.
Probably on Heidegger,
Yep.
What is that?
philosopher.
Why not a musician?
You'll see. Honestly, I could play this spell even more into the philosopher theme.
Are you gonna give the worm existential dread?
No, I'm just gonna make the spell German, but
Yes, making it German makes it philosophical?
it's a German philosopher. Shut up. And he did do very much with language, but we don't have to get into it now. Can I perhaps turn this into anything that isn't quite... It's... Okay, this actually works better. She... hold on, I gotta stop it before it loops again. Well, whatever. I don't think there is a Carla theme. I might have forgotten about that.
Poor Carla.
What a crime.
Yeah, I just said poor Carla doesn't get a theme.
Honestly, I will just play my current favorite theme from among the character themes. I don't give a shit. This is technically Drutner's theme, but I really like it, so Also, he has 2 themes anyway, so I'll just play this one.
Fair.
Carla raises her harp and strums across it. This time the reverberations seem to take on a life of their own as she casts Red Verse. Her eyes go dark and she sings in a language none of you understand. As suddenly, this worm's bleeding accelerates tremendously.
Spike looks on with sparkling eyes.
She does still actually roll, or you know what? At this point, oh wait no, wait he dealt 2 damage, right? Totally forgot to subtract that. Yeah, this worm's thoroughly holding on, so just give that to her.
Just shank
It's just out of its, you know that anime effect where there's like several wounds and blood just splurts out of them omnidirectional.
Yeah.
That happens to the worm. And it just kind of, after
Showers everybody.
finally collapses onto the side. Everyone is caked in worm blood.
Spike looks up at Kala. You are amazing.
That was incredible.
When the blood starts flowing, Fleto pulls the hat down.
That was combat.
Yay!
Each of you, as just a reward for combat, get 1 ability point that you can add to one of your skills.
Sweet.
Better
I think
fists.
I'm gonna level up demolitions.
Sounds applicable.
Because that
Question.
sure came in handy.
You say we get an extra point. I just wanted to ask. Yeah, we get 1 point, but does that mean that we also increase in health or just 1 point?
Ability points automatically make you increase in health.
Okay.
Sweet, I get even tankier. Do we heal after combat?
I was going to get into that in a second after leveling up my girl.
Your girl.
Hold on.
She's my girl.
Put music back on. I'll just feel like I can just go for no longer, because this is no longer sneakery deakery. I'll just put on the default music of the surroundings again. Why did I close her character sheet? That was a bad idea.
I do it all the time myself. Don't worry about it.
And she's just going to add 1 more to her music as well, because she likes music. And +2 health for Kapula.
Fleto is going to hold close his nose with a hand and just look inside just to see if there's anything at all of note or just innards.
Faleto, important note, you get 2 hit points for every ability point, so you're at 10 now. Looking at the insides of the giant worm, they're the insides of a giant worm that have very recently been evacuated of blood. There is not much of interest here, as it seems to, I would say, like it's very renowned for its very good digestion that destroys almost any form of matter, or digests it, rather.
Yeah.
And so there's not really much to find, it's mostly digested.
Damn
There's
it, no loot.
There's still some
Snake.
rock from when it burrowed earlier, but like, yeah, you know.
You wouldn't happen to have a vial or anything?
Who?
Snake.
Smite.
Yeah, probably have a vial around.
Can I just try to bottle some stomach acid?
It would
No, try.
I mean, it would.
You
quite
try
probably disintegrate the vial.
Which is why I said try.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta put on the death signifier on this worm. It's dead now.
Okay. Interesting how it blood spread out in an exact cross pattern outside of his body.
That's magic for you, bum.
Well,
yeah,
I
we should-
never looks at camera.
We should probably let Ghost get on with the post combat. Stuff.
That was about all there really is to the post-combat for now. You get the +2 health. But as it comes to healing, shit, no, the worm lives.
Shit.
Roll for initiative notes. Both Carla and I think Paige, you still have a healing ability, right?
Yep.
You have that, and Carla does have her passive, which allows her to save 1 spell per day that she can just cast normally for the rest of the day. And her spell for this is Soul Good, which she can use to
Nice.
which she can use to heal you. Or hold on, I think I actually have her literal spell noted down on her sheet somewhere. I figured it was something like Soul Good. But I would roll for it again and again anyway. So I feel like I can just give it to you that she will heal you back up for full eventually.
At
How are
some
you
point,
doing?
it might
Holding
not
up,
be
kid?
now.
Thank you, darling.
So, as she does that, yeah, anyone who wants to be there as she casts Sol Good, you gain health and heal.
Yeah.
And like, it'd be tedious to roll it like 10 times so everyone gets back to full health.
So, how you doing, kid? How you holding up?
I got a frog, I've got a monster. This is a great day.
That's good.
Paige, your health is full.
You hear a roar from inside your inventory.
Smike looks around. Where did that come from?
Oh, yeah, it's inside Smike's inventory now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the frog hops out. God, I'm not gonna put him here. Or rather, I shouldn't have him on the GM layer down here. I do. So, as the GM is super prepared and looks very nice in that new shirt of hers, the frog hops out of Smike's orifice and accidentally moves the worm again. And the frog is just going to fucking hop toward the worm lazily, and then near its wound, just start eating it.
Wait, I've got a dumb idea.
With the acid that melted my glass vial?
It takes a look like it isn't covered in stomach acid. Like there's some
okay,
of
so it just eats the non-acidy parts.
Yeah.
Paige, watching the frog, gets a dumb idea. He takes his anti-moisture hand and sticks it in a pool of the acid.
Don't!
The last
You feel the anti-moisture leak onto the acid, and it dries. Your hand is no longer anti-moist.
So now we have powdered acid.
No, just solid acid. Right?
It's just, like, it's flaky.
But most importantly, it's not active anymore.
There you go. Now you can have some acid.
You
I
are
feel
a
like
wonder
honestly,
kid.
as it comes to, because acid is a pure liquid, you can't really dry that out as much as you would just evaporate it. So it would just evaporate the acid.
So only the, things it ate bits are still in there, I assume?
Yeah, some of the somewhat dissolved things. You get some rock dust, I guess.
Well, there is no time like the present. I suppose we have gotten this pillar. We 2 to go, right? Right, Carola?
According to the counter on stream, we have 1 out of 3.
Oh, good.
Only 2 more worms to go.
Oh shit, no. Anyway, should we get a move on, or should we wait until this frog continue eating?
Kid, you should probably put a leash on that frog.
It's okay. Paige just walks over, puts the frog back in his inventory.
Shall we just all return to the main room?
So, Smart, you should probably go to the roof. I assume that glass doesn't agree with your underside.
Yeah, but I assume Ghost can just teleport us all back to the main room.
I think we then should be in a bundle.
Oh shit, it's Smake. Smake, son of Paige Turner.
It's almost as if your icons are already in the main room and I don't even have to do any actual work.
Come to that.
So just you move back out of there and are now over here again. Okay.
Is the robo around?
It wouldn't be. And hold on. Yeah, I would have to... It would have been cooler to do that off screen, I guess. But I gotta then add an element to the thing real quick.
Take your time.
I should pick the right color. And it would probably be going. Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Huh.
Well, that's new.
Yeah.
I'd say we investigate. I still don't trust this
I
thing.
don't like that it's already brown.
I guess. There's. I didn't quite consider that.
We fought that worm pretty long.
Yeah, good point. Oh no, oh no, where can I now hide when that demonic entity shows up again?
There's a lot of rubble.
It's you, right? New plan, I'll hide in here. But can you find anything in there?
Will you try to move through it, or?
Yeah. Following the brown brick road.
The brown brick road. What would you roll for clear the rubble?
Wait, how has he gotten in if there's a bunch of rubble in the way?
I mean, he moved it out of the way, but it collapsed back in there. Like he didn't actually clean it up.
Yeah. Wait, how does?
It's like lifting up a loose garage door. You can pass under it, but it's gonna fall down after you.
Smike, can you just explode this away?
Yeah, can I quickly do one thing before you do that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
The Saxos produces a snake and let it crawl through the rubble. It's narrow and it could probably tell him what's behind there. So, roll for snake whispering.
Yeah, roll for snake whisperer and hold on. I gotta. I mean, if it just tells you, that'd be another thing, I guess.
Oh, so it doesn't. There's nothing behind it or behind the rubble?
There's things behind this. But I was preparing. I was preparing what's behind this, and I'm not. Like, if it just tells you what's in there, I probably wouldn't reveal it.
Yeah, but what does it then say?
Roll for snake whisper. It's a, this is a fairly easy thing. This is like, you're not making the snake become a safety rope or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
That would be a dumb idea.
I would like to point out that there is my majority of my snakes is downright just fucking stupid. I can basically only understand basic. They're always the crewmen behind my show. They are never the actors. They at most they do bit parts. So
You sneak a snake in there, and as it comes back out, you ask, "What's in there, buddy?"
yeah, just what's in there, buddy? A room. Fuck off.
It just it tells you there seems to be just many people standing around, very still.
I tell
that's
this
not good.
was Meek and Filetto.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
There's a lot of people standing around the room, very still, according to the snake.
I
Yes.
Probably a
think
bunch of
that
mannequins.
might be the robot closet.
Might be. Let's get in.
Yep. Get
You
to
guys
safe
move out of
blasting
the
range.
way.
Yep.
Hiding in the other rubble.
Okay, Smike is gonna do his actual job for once.
And lockpicking.
Yeah, who would fucking thunk it? Roll for do your actual job for once.
Oh shit! I forgot
Ooh.
to change the macro.
Then
I'll just roll another die.
yeah, just roll additional dice. I'll count that as a success because you're specifically doing your job.
Isn't a crit 2 successes?
Yep, it is. And it also is an occasion to play the theme, because fuck it, right?
Yay!
Fuck it.
Shit, you right.
Smike theme again. I'll pronounce it correctly first try someday. Ta-da!
So for once in my in this campaign, Smike is doing his actual job.
That'll never happen again. You clear up the rubble with a very controlled detonation. It vaporizes into sky.
Good job, Smike.
Thank you.
And the way is cleared. It's not marked as a door because there's no longer a door. And
That wasn't my fault.
Let me unveil the area for you. Hold on. I'll just have to run around a whole bunch of tools here.
Also, don't forget Carla.
Oh fuck! I keep doing that. Carla is very impressed at your demolition skills.
Nice.
Oh, okay. You listen. You did a very cool thing, and a girl was watching.
Nice.
Thumbs up.
As Foletto passes by to walk into the room, Smike high fives him.
Job well done. Foletto returns the high five like a cool friend.
Yeah.
And you get to look at this room.
I knew it. The robo closet.
It is just the robot closet. I didn't put like a grid down of brown lines, which I probably should have, considering that there are some of those among the robots.
So some, not all.
Hard to tell.
So
should
Fledo
we
will
take
just start opening them
Okay.
to investigate.
You would see if you. I mean, they are currently not active, so I feel like you would just be able to. Oh, no, they'd be locked, wouldn't they?
Probably.
Why did the other one open by falling down then?
You shoved it real hard and you slapped it against the thing and it broke open. That's what happens when I rolled a full 100 on the consequences of shoving the robot, and that's why it broke.
Can I take a knife and just try to poke out?
I won't make you roll for all of this because it's just be a waste of time.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can take 20 on opening up the robots.
Yeah.
Also, I assume this one is ours.
Yeah.
And hold on, I'll have to check something right quick. That is the wrong thing. My bad.
I'm also wondering how. So, does anyone know how this robot could have gotten in here? Doesn't really seem capable enough to clear rubble.
He probably just shouldered his way through the pile and it closed up behind him.
It is
I've seen it a million times.
For all of its ineptitude, it is still like it is not very capable at like fighting, for example, so it can't fight back against anything you do, but you still get the sense it is a robot. It has robot strength. So when it comes to like lifting heavy objects, it can do that.
So, I come maybe with a stupid idea here, but I got a bunch of snakes that can basically work as scouts. So maybe we should maybe rip off the front of one of these robots and put a lot of snakes in it, so it could go for a run and scout out the area, return with the snakes, and we could get a heads up about things ahead.
Do you remember how you told us that the flesh inside the robot was like turbo cursed?
Yeah.
Super cursed.
Yeah.
I'll just put on some unrelated dots under these robots. Don't worry.
Those are probably the fleshy ones.
Yeah, those are the ones you find that have creatures inside of them.
So not all the robots are flesh.
Not all of them, no.
Carla and Saxos. Can you try
to...
sorry.
Can very distinctly tell that 8 of them have flesh.
Can you try to figure out why only some of them? Also, out of context question, how many researchers worked here, Carla?
I don't know.
We need to find the staff room.
I never visited. This.
Don't they tell you this in the briefing?
No. I was this building has been abandoned for a while. I don't think.
Can you hand me the pamphlet? Maybe it has more information.
I gotta finish marking these first.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. She does hand you the pamphlet, and while it does have more information, most of it is just about the park. Not the park, but about things in here, about how cool and entertaining this will be.
So nothing about how the original research head was kind of creepy and weird.
It does not. Funnily enough, in the advertisement that paints this as a fun place for kids and adults of all ages, it does not talk about the potential creepy, weird research going on in here.
I look at this rubble pile. Does it look like it hides another doorway?
Roll me a thing.
I'm just gonna roll another demolitions.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Alright, that's that. Yeah, that's 2 successes. You roll another demolition. And I'm just gonna hold on. Music time first. Happy Harlock Entertainment Center. Very much deserves its name. Very happy, very Harlock. Doodly doo. It is a thrilling intent reference. There's a character in that show named Harlock who is a scientist.
I figured that much.
For those of you who haven't watched it, there's a character in the show that is a scientist, an alchemist named Harlock. Some shit went wrong.
And I guess there's a shit ton of homunculus in here.
They're not quite that. It's more just like a reference.
I was just trying to make the reference.
Yeah. I was just sitting here like, God, what do I name this shit? You know, the DM struggle.
Ah, yeah, that's a thing.
And
I'll be going for a
you
second.
find this very much not ominous looking at all stairway.
Huh. Is that supposed to be here, I wonder?
And she checks on the map of the pamphlet. It's like a cartoony amusement park map, and it doesn't feature it.
So, before we go down, do you want to clear this rubble to see if there's anything there?
Which one?
This.
I would wager from the positioning that there's nothing there, but I can give it a demolitions roll.
You sure can, and I'll just tell you for free. I mean, if you want me to clear the rubble, I can. But there's a wall.
Yeah, I guessed so from the positioning.
This is just part.
But let's just say Smike took a look at it and decided that there's nothing there.
Your demolition's eye figures out that it is just part of the wall coming down.
No, that's just the wall coming down.
Okay.
I feel like before we go down there, we should install all the thingy-majiggers up here, so that in case we need to, we can bail.
That is a very nice assessment, Drops. Thank you for not sequence breaking the dungeon.
I gotcha.
Thanks.
I already hacked your stealth section, okay?
That was a joke on purpose, but yeah, thanks. With that yawning abyss opening up in front of you, and one more normal bit of edutainment center awaiting you in the eastern wing, what will happen next time on The Lost and Found?
Ooh, spooky.
Hope you like the spook dungeon.
It's a good spook dungeon.
The spook dungeon whose spook we prematurely activated.
Yeah, I did not. I rolled a D100 on that, and I was like, well, time to go full gore.
But yeah, everybody say goodbye to Chad.
Bye.
Chad.
No one.
Bye.